Welcome back. Next up is getopts command, which is used to phrase arguments that are passed through the command line. So let's just take a look and see what happens. We have some sort of a while loop here, and then getopts, this looks strange, a new :dm option. So getopts command, it will use the while loop to phrase arguments. Getopts phrases options that are passed to the script, so passed to the script. And then while loop will go through them. Options in these examples, in this particular example, is D and M. So these are two options that are to be passed. Keep in mind that when the options are passed to the script, they have to be passed like this: -d, or with a dash. If you're passing a -d or a -m or something like that, they have to be passed in that fashion. But you can also type in -dm like this, as long as the dash precedes them. There's a bit of testing that I've done above for this particular script. Seems to work just fine. Anyway, down below we have a case condition. So there is a value here, and if we pass the D option, then D option variable will have the value of 1, and if we pass -m option, then the M option will have the value of 1. If we pass anything other than D or M, we will echo out usage -dm. So this is case, this is end case, begin while loop, done with the while loop, meaning it's over and done with. Next up down below, we have the initialization of the day variable, and there's a rather strange initialization here. Let me just go ahead and elaborate a little bit to you. If you type in date, you get the date today. So it goes in this fashion for me. For you, it might be different depending on your regional settings. Day, first of all, the name of the day, then the date, the month. It goes in the format like it's Thursday, 24th of December, and then you have the time here as well. But if I do type in date, and if I pipe the output of date into awk, and if here I can just state which field I would like to be printed out. So this is the first field, second field, third field, fifth field, sixth field, seventh field. Fields are basically separated by field delimiters, and default field delimiter is space. So this is how many of them you have. If I type in print $1, close the quote marks, I get that it's Thursday. If I print $3, press enter. Oops, I seem to have messed something up. Actually, I didn't, but it just seemed like I did. 3. There we go. So it's Thursday, the Thursday of December. So Thursday, December. Yep. So this is the first field, and this is the third field. But if I type it like this and place a space in between and press an enter, it will have an actual space here, because this is pretty much exactly what I have typed here. Well, not exactly, because here I've used 1 and 3, and here I'm using 1 and 2, because I just want to print out the day, as it is a day variable. And then down below we have an if condition that is fairly simplistic. It just checks if the D option is not 0, that is, if D option is basically 1. It checks if it's not a 0. That's what it checks. But if it's not a 0, then it's initialized to 1. Therefore, echo date is, and then print out the variable day. Down below, we're initializing the month, and here's how we're initializing the month. Just print the third field, which is where the month is. For you, it might be the month might be moved to the second field or something like that. As I said, this depends on the regional settings and where you are in the world and how you have configured your Fedora. I'm using a British one. Seems just the one that I'm used to having in my just the settings that I'm used to having. And down below it's month, and then date, pipe, awk, print $3, meaning print out the month, and just check if the M option here is different from 0. If it is, please print out month is this. And now we have something strange at the end. In the end. What do you suppose this is? Well, opt, IND, is the index to the next argument that needs to be processed. Because getopts does not change the position of parameters. You need to shift op IND to get the next positional parameter. Meaning that we can actually type in first.sh-dm so that this would actually work. Anyway, getopts uses two variables. It's opt IND, option index, which points to an argument, and opt arg, which is the option argument, which is the argument that was used that we actually passed to the command line through the command line. So let's go ahead and see how this actually works. First.sh, we type in nothing. Nothing happens. But if we pass something other than, have I saved this? Well, we haven't actually passed any arguments, but if we type in d, nothing happens again. Seems to be an error here, but if we pass -d, -o, there we go. So, the script hasn't been configured to actually respond if no arguments have been passed. And you can see how that can be a problematic thing because you think that there's an error, but there isn't an error. It's just that the behavior of the script is not defined if no other options are actually passed to it. Didn't really take that into consideration prior to the tutorial. Just was messing around with the state thing, but okay, no big deal. It says if we have passed again a wrong format, and even the behavior for the wrong format was not defined. But down below, we have passed the right format, but the wrong argument, and then it says usage-dm. Reason why I'm not editing it and creating a new one is basically we do have a lot of examples where we do these, where we deal with these scenarios where nothing is passed and when wrong format is passed, etc. But in this particular one, we have only dealt with the fact that if the format is right and if the arguments are passed, but the arguments themselves are incorrect. So let's go ahead and type in -d. Date is Thursday the 24th. If we press -m, it says month is December. If we type in dm, date is Thursday the 24th, month is December. If we type in md, again it will say date is Thursday the 24th, month is December. They will not be reversed at all. They will stay exactly the way they are. Anyway, bid you farewell and I'll see you in the follow-up.